Hi, my name's Sam Full Interview, and I'm with the Restored Hope Ministries. Restored Hope Ministry is a ministry that deals with women and children that have been involved with sexual exploitation, trafficking, strippers, escorts, any woman that's been involved in the sex industry. I actually, as a child, was in a kind of abusive family, and at an early age went out and got addicted to heroin and started using drugs and getting in trouble and all that. Went to Gatesville, went to prison twice, and actually got saved in prison. And while I was there, I used to look at my hands and I'd say, these are not the hands of a criminal, you know? And God, what do you want me to do with these hands? And all he would say was, I want you to help hurting people. So when I got out, I started just helping different people groups that were hurting. Like prison people we started out with first, and then like abortion, hurting women, marriage, anything like that. We worked at Covenant Church as pastors over Project Life that involved all hurting people with hurts, habits, and hang-ups. And so this people group that we're helping now, these exploited and trafficked women and children, is the worst people group that I've ever seen. There's not any other like it as far as the abuse, the exploitation, getting beat up, knocking teeth out, drug addiction, having to put up with horrible, horrible men. You know, and also my opinion of men and the way they treat women was really changed. And this is what's going on. People don't understand exactly what this all involves, and that it's right here. They think it's somewhere else in the world and it can never touch them. So what I want to get out in this message is really what goes on and what these ladies have to endure being trapped either physically through drugs or alcohol, shame, or threat of hurting their family members by the pimp. So in the United States, you have a national sex trafficking hotline. And according to them, Texas is number 2 in the nation for sex trafficking calls. So Dallas is number 2 in Texas, only to Houston, because there's a port there and they have ships coming in and out. And the ladies that are actually kidnapped and taken out of the country go through there. Dallas has around 90 strip clubs, massage parlors, and magazine places, adult bookstores, and all that. Most of the strip clubs have a VIP section where prostitution is going on and a lot of exploitation. So you can drive down 35 or really any street here in town and see billboards, advertisements, girls on the corner, you know, actually the pimps being there with them, just 10, 20 feet away. So Texas is really got a problem, and we have an opportunity to really help these ladies that are here. So Restored Hope Ministry, a lot of people ask, where do we get the ladies from? How do we get the word out? So we actually have a summer outreach where we go with other ministries to the strip clubs and different places out on the streets, and we actually talk to the ladies, offer them help, offer them a way out. We work with all the courts and local federal law enforcement agencies, the FBI, Homeland Security. We also work with the judges and the police officers. We work and collaborate with a lot of ministries in Dallas. Our program is for a year or however long it takes. So the first thing we do is help them get their IDs back, Social Security cards, driver's license, birth certificates, any kind of ID that the pimp stole from them to hold them captive. You know, a lot of people think, well, they're just Jezebels, or they can leave anytime they want, or they do it because they want to. That's not correct. They're victims, so they have no ID, no way to escape. They're put on drugs to keep them calmed down and what's the word? I can't think of the word, so we'll have to go from there. To keep them sedated from leaving. And, you know, like some of the places, they have 20, 30, 50 men coming in and out on one weekend. And then they're just supposed to go and shower that off and go back to work or go home or go wherever they're going if the pimp decides to let them go. Then shame sets in from that. I mean, just try to think about having to lie there and put up with some nasty guy that does horrible things to you. And so they have to endure that, and the trauma that they go through, there's none other like it. And we've worked with a lot of people. So our first point is healing, getting their IDs back, assigning them a counselor, a mentor, and then get them in group counseling classes, self-help classes, parenting classes, budgeting classes, financial classes, GED classes, Bible studies, and different things like that. After we determine that they're healed enough to go out into the world again and face men, we get them a bus pass, we get them pepper spray, we teach them how to extend their hands to shake a hand if somebody tries to come in with we call a full body hug. We teach them how to do side hugs. We have some self-defense classes. We teach them how to sit close to the bus driver so that nobody can mess with them, and they go get a job. So we don't get jobs like Taco Bell or any of the fast food places. We want them to have jobs that will sustain them and help take care of their children too. So they can either go to our apartment complex or they can go get another apartment if they want to. And when they graduate in a year or 13 months or 16 months, however long it takes, we pay a deposit on their apartment and fully furnish the apartment. And we stay with them for the rest of their life or until they determine that they don't want to be in contact with us. So we're still in contact with every girl from 2012 that we talked to from time to time, whether they left voluntarily or we had to ask them to leave, or the courts asked them to leave, or their parents asked them to leave. And those are some of the way that the girls have to leave before they graduate. But the good thing about that is no matter when they leave or what the circumstances was, not one has went back to being a victim of trafficking or sexual exploitation. So we supply every need: food, clothing, shelter. We take care of medical needs. We take care of dental needs, because they can't do this without doing drugs or being forced to it. A lot of them are beat up. One lady that we had actually said, she told her pimp, "I don't feel good today. Can I stay home?" And he threw her off a second-story balcony. They knocked their teeth out, but the drugs will rot their teeth. And so we want to send them to the dentist to get that done. We've gotten every tooth pulled, new dentures, new teeth, and really tried to take care of their physical, their spiritual, and their mental needs. I think it's really important to do the video because people don't understand what all this is. They think it's somewhere else. They don't think it can happen here. But every school, from 12 years old is the average age that a girl gets taken in sex trafficking. The pimps will sit out in front of elementary schools, junior high, high schools, and watch for a girl slamming the door when they get out of the car, arguing with the parent, crying. Girls that isolate themselves when they go up to the schoolyard, and they will focus in on those and groom them. It may be a year before they're ever asked to turn a trick, because the pimp tries to bond with them or make them believe that he's in love with them, get her pregnant to have a baby and bond even more, and then ask her to work, and she's turned out. So this video is to try to get that awareness out there, that this is not just a little something that happens in the back corner, it's everywhere. And it needs to be addressed. People need to know the magnitude of what's going on. It also brings us into the 21st century, instead of just websites and brochures and all that kind of stuff. And we really hope to spread this out all over the nation in the way that people communicate now. They communicate through videos and websites and texting and Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and all those modern things that we hope when we show it at the dinner that they will send it to their friends and that will reach a multitude of people to help us in this fight. We just recently purchased a 16-unit apartment complex so that when the ladies graduate after the year, that we can complete the reunification of them and their children so that they can heal together, so they can get used to each other and be a family again. At this 16-unit apartment complex, it's very safe, just like the Safe House. We have cameras, we have codes. For each apartment, we have coded entry through the fences. It's a safe place for them to be reunited with their kids and to live. The apartments are fully furnished. We take care of the water and different things as far as the billing, and it's a safe community for the ladies. I'd like to personally ask each one of you for your help to help us save women and children from this horrible, horrible trafficking, abuse, exploitation, sex industry. We could not do it without you changing the lives of these women. Help us change another life. And we appreciate you and thank you. God bless you.